Hello once again, this is Jay, um, and today I'd like to start a my book review of Robert Kiyosaki's Rich Dad Poor Dad, which I recently picked up at the bookstore. Um, the one I'm holding in my hands is actually an updated version. Uh, Last updated this year in 2022. So it has some new stuff in it. This is the number one personal finance book of all time. And It's been out for around 25 years now. So, and a lot of people have obtained financial education or more financial IQ through this book and the whole Rich Dad Poor Dad series. And so I read the book from cover to cover recently, and I wanted to do a review series on this book. There are 9 study session sections in this book. And so I'm going to go over each of these sections one by one, 9 study sessions or 9 chapters. And in general, for people that are not familiar with this book, it talks about Robert Kiyosaki, who grew up in Hawaii, and he had 2 dads. His real dad, who was into academics and had a government job, and his rich dad, who was actually his friend's dad, and who was an entrepreneur. And he talks about the advice about money that each of those dads gave him. And over time, he found that he preferred his rich dad's advice, especially because he had made it work in his own life to have a higher net worth. And so this book is about some of the lessons that he learned. And he also mentions that he learned about some things not to do from his poor dad. Now, some people may find his terminology a little aggressive because he does talk about his rich dad and his poor dad. So I'm just going to be using some of the terms that he mentions in his book, so as to not change the main message of the book and let the audience analyze the information for themselves and do their own deciphering. On the back cover, it mentions Robert Kiyosaki saying that the main reason people struggle financially is because they have spent years in school and they have not learned anything about money. The result is that people learn to work for money but never learn to have money work for them. And I certainly find that to be true. In my personal case, most of what I learned about money was at home from my family and my parents. I did have one economics course, macroeconomics course in high school, and that was really the extent of my formal education with money. And going back to college, I took many mathematics courses, but nothing that was specifically related to money. So I do agree that there is more of a need for financial education, and certainly reading books is one way to get that education. Thanks, and in the next video I'll start with the first chapter and give my review of it. Thank you.